I'm Samantha, and I want to start by saying something important. I see you. I see the late nights you've spent perfecting your resume. I see the disappointment when another application disappears into the void. I see the self-doubt creeping in, making you question your worth and your qualifications. And I want you to know that every single feeling you're experiencing is valid and shared by millions of talented professionals just like you. The job market can feel impersonal and discouraging, but your career story deserves to be told in a way that captures attention and opens doors. That's exactly what Resume Flow does. We take your unique experiences, skills, and aspirations and craft them into a compelling narrative that employers can't ignore. You're not just looking for any job. You're looking for the right opportunity that recognizes your value and propels your career forward. With Resume Flow's AI-powered insights and optimization tools, we're going to make sure that opportunity finds you. Your breakthrough moment is closer than you think. Let's create it together.
Spartans! What is your profession?
I try to live what they let go, away to dreams they'll never know. But a drowning soul can't save the tide, and now I see I must step aside.
I fought till my hands turned to stone, carrying battles that weren't my own. They swore they'd stand but turned away, left me to bleed in the fray.
I held the line as long as I could, fought for the spark they misunderstood. They whispered dreams they'd never choose, said they were in but lived to lose. I can't fight for you no more, knocking on a locked up door. You said you were in but faded out, your silence echoes a deafening shout.
I wanted to see your colors fly, but you clipped your wings and let them die. You craved the fall, not the fight to win, a war within that you let begin.
I can't fight for you no more, knocking on a locked up door. You said you were in but faded out, your silence echoes a deafening shout. I saw the fire dim in their eyes, promises buried under their lies. They wore the crown of fleeting belief, but ran from the throne when it brought grief. Oh,
I tried to carry your weight on my back, but your shadow was a heavy attack. You disappeared when the fire burned high, left me screaming at an empty sky.
I wanted the victory more than they, but you can't chase stars for those who stray. So I lay down the sword and walk away. The battle's lost, they chose decay. I can't fight for you no more, knocking on a locked up door. You said you were in but faded out, your silence echoes a deafening shout. Oh, they vanished like shadows in the light, fading away when it's time to fight. I reach my hand, they let it fall. I can't catch ghosts, I've given it all.
Oh, they vanish like shadows in the light, fading away when it's time to fight. I reached my hand, they let it fall. I can't catch ghosts, I've given it all.
Welcome. Give me a second. Trying to do a few things at once right now. Let me see. All right, so something is not as I expect it to be. Things are not what they seem to be. Let me see. Okay, or not. Give me a second. Give me a second here. Let me see what we got going on over here. We have... Oh, okay, I see why. Give me a second. Let's go ahead and do it like... Let's see, we got, oh, not that one. Let's go here. And, yep. All right, cool. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and start it like this. Sweet. We are on mobile and we are on vertical. Shout out to me. Shout out to us. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone is doing absolutely phenomenal. I am going to throw this up there to boom. And we're gonna go window. There we go. Poof. Perfect. All right, we are good. We are good to go. Let me make sure I got my chat up and running. We're gonna have a great show today. Let's do what? Cool. All right, we are in the building. All right, let me see. Anything else we need to do? Let's see. Auto find and activate. Stream fund. I don't see the mobile stream yet. Let me go and do. We got that one. We got that one. All right. There we go. Let me push this one too. All right, cool. All right, so we're good to go. We are good to go. Just getting everything in place. But we have a great show lined up for us today. My goals for today is to work on something I have for my sprint. We want to do. So I want to try to work on DigitalOcean to see if I can have another way of hosting. We looked into this before with AWS for a separate project, but for one of the projects I'm working on, one of the issues that I have with Lovable is you can't really have a test database environment through Supabase. So I want to look into that. We're also going to be creating a video with Sora 2 today. So I will be taking ideas and options and recommendations from the chat. So please let me know what you have in mind and we will get that taken care of as well. Let me go ahead and get my, where are we? We want chat, not that chat. Nope. Not this chat. We want, where is that? I am working on a new system here, so it's taking me a little bit to going back to OBS, trying to wrap my mind around all the things. Am I missing something? Okay, let's do it like this. We are going to do it like this. Where is my, go here. And we will go to that. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to copy that. And I am going to say this here. Oh, say that. Am I blind? Where is it? Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. I am just blind. All right, here we go. Here we are. All right. We're good to go. We're good to go. So let me go ahead and get the show set up. Let us get on the road. You know, when you are working with a new software, things take some time to figure out, but it is Sunday. Yes, it is Sunday. October 12th, 2025. We are inching closer and closer to November, which means December, which means the new year, right? So we're going to do what we do. We are going to do what we do. So like I was saying, the things that I want to talk about today, I want to talk about, still like this. I will show you what I want to talk about. I want to talk about, so we're going to have an icebreaker, really cool topics. We'll get into that. I want to talk about, we're going to be working on the DigitalOcean prototyping to see how we can get, how we can like get our Lovable project into DigitalOcean and what we can do about the database, because Lovable itself. So I was thinking like maybe we have the production environment running. I really don't know. I got it. We're gonna use Gemini to see what our best options are, and we're gonna go from there. Then during our breaks, we want to talk about Tesla being under investigation. We're gonna be talking about some AI related power surges and Klarna. Actually, no, we're not gonna do the Klarna CEO. Let me update that right now. We're not gonna do Klarna CEO. We're gonna do Sora. We're gonna create a video with Sora. So let me go to update that right now. I was planning on talking about the Klarna CEO warning, but the creating video with Sora is gonna be better. So we're gonna do that, right? That's gonna be the end of the show. We're gonna be creating a video with Sora. So with Sora 2, actually, let's put Sora 2, right? So please drop your ideas in the chat and I will make sure that we get all of that taken care of. But before we do anything else, I want to take the opportunity to welcome you to the Tech Coach Off channel. Welcome you to the show, whether you're watching on mobile, whether you're watching on the regular normally scheduled program. We're going to be making some enhancements to the mobile as well, but I want to say welcome in to everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in and allowing me to add more and more value into your lives. Like I said, we are working on new software, so bear with me as I get everything figured out. It is a one-man army over here, so I still don't have all my sound effects transferred over yet, but I got a little bit more. We are working because I definitely got this one. And we now have.
Let's get it.
And.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And also.
Did you miss me?
Did you miss me? I know that you did, but we're here. We are here. We are working. Always working. We are always working. All right. So, I want to thank all the subscribers wherever it is that you are tuning in from. Well, right today we're only streaming on YouTube, but normally wherever it is that you're tuning in from, I just want to say thank you so much. Whether you've been here for a very, very long time or whether you are brand new, I want to say thank you so much. I truly appreciate you for allowing me to add a little bit more value into your lives.
I appreciate you.
I also want to give a big shout out and salute to all of my tech barbarians. We're coming to the end of our current sprint. We have a scrum night tonight, right after the show. So like one of my tech barbarians, they've been working on writing tests for one of the applications. Another one, I plugged them in with someone that I know who is building another application, started their own business, and they're getting experience testing. And another one that I've been coaching, they are working. They just got hired, got brought into the QA team, and they are working so hard day in and day out so that they can make it, right. So I mean, all my people, they are working so hard day in and day out, and I am so proud of them. And all the people who joined me for Vibe Code and Chill, for whoever was on the Patreon live stream yesterday, which guess what, I lost it. So whoever got to see it live, that my first Patreon live stream, shout out to you guys. But Patreon did not record the video well. It's just me talking, doesn't have any of the screen, so it is what it is. But shout out to all of the Tech Coach Off Patreon members.
We the best.
We are the best. And all of my tech mercenaries, those are the YouTube channel members who hold this channel down day in and day out, allowing me to be here. Thank you so much. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
All right. So upcoming, so quick announcements, quick hits. So tomorrow we are going to be having candid conversations at noon Eastern time. I'm going to be talking about how winning happens in the dark. Winning happens in the dark. So we're going to be talking about that. Good, very good conversation. Looking forward to seeing you there. I'll be in the chat with you guys. We're going to be premiering it. And then during the week, I'm probably going to do maybe one, or I still have to make sure, but it might be one or two of those morning live streams. Mornings, I've been really busy in the mornings lately this past week, so I got to figure that out, right? I got to figure that out, but that's what we're going to be doing. And then we're going to be going live Tuesday night. We're going to be, Tuesday night, we're going to continue working on the, So right now, I have in my mind to continue working on the time cost calculator. We started implementing the new feature. I saw it working. I wanted to take you there. But then again, we might pivot to something else. I'll keep you posted on that. But that is what we got coming up for the next couple of days. I need to upload the full Vibe Code and Chill. I'm going to upload that tonight to the Patreon, and then we do have our Scrum Night, which I'll be uploading maybe Wednesday or Thursday this week to the Patreon as well. So much information, so much value happening in the Tech Coach Off Patreon. Looking forward to seeing you there. I'm thinking about doing live streams as long as I can get the video to work and record. I probably have to do some testing with it over the week, where I'll probably like have my computer on and having it stream to it and see if it records properly. But it's neither here nor there. But I'm looking towards doing Patreon live streams like the way that we did yesterday. Not our Vibe Code and Chills. It would be on the off weeks of Vibe Code and Chill, where I am sharing behind the scenes things like the tools that I use, how I set up OBS, which we were showing yesterday, and whatever questions that you guys might actually have here to answer. I was showing my OBS screen and everything I was doing yesterday. So I am like that's everything that's happening over there, right? So with that being said, I am going to check the chat real quick before we get into our icebreaker. And right off the bat, we got my guy Peter Investor in the building. So with the is it a $5 shout out to my guy Peter Investor. How have you been? How have you been, my guy? And I need to set up my celebration for when we receive these super chats, because my guy Peter Investor has been looking out for me for a very, very long time, and I am so appreciative of him. And Peter Investor also says, salute to you, Tech Coach Ralph. And my guy Junior was here early as normal, but because I am on the new software, I don't get the early I can't show the early messages, but my guy said, what's up, family? What's good with you, Junior? How is everything? Hopefully you're doing fantastic as well on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday afternoon. I was out on the basketball court this morning, and it was so hot. It was hot, but we're here. We are here. And I just broke. I'm not even going to show you, right? I'm not even going to tell you. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you as we get into the show. All right, so before we even get into the icebreaker, I want to show you the portal, and I'm going to share with you an idea that I just had, right? Peter Investor, you probably haven't seen the portal yet. Junior has seen it, but I built this portal, right? Where it is, I built it originally so that I could help my tech barbarians with managing their coaching sessions, managing coaching sessions, managing the things that they need to do to put their goals in there, to go out there and get it, all that good stuff, right? But then I started adding more things to it, because things that I could say, okay, this could help this person, this could help this, and all these things that I added, they're helping me. So I'm going to show two things, right? Let's go to, wait for it. That's cool. I was showing on in the Patreon yesterday how I set up my stream to make all these movements and stuff like that. Let's see. So yeah, I was setting up to make all the movements and stuff like that. So this right here, I just ended a fast at 1:34 p.m. today. So we had our fast for, it went 92. I was planning to do a 72-hour fast. I did a 90-hour and 28-hour fast thanks to the app, because I'm telling you this, the app kept me going. Right? And I was gonna end it a little later today, but we were like, all right, I just got off the basketball court, knowing that I had to stream. Like, we're gonna have to eat something. So ate some food earlier. I forgot to take the picture. I forgot to do the picture part of it to add it to the nutrition. I always forget to do the picture part, right? But like, my results are crazy. So off a 90-hour and 30-minute fast, and then a 63-hour and 3-minute fast. My wife went even longer for the fast, and check this out, right? October 2nd, which was 10 days ago, I was at 149 pounds. I went up a little bit after October 2nd. Then on October 4th, when I officially started, 148. And then every day, 147. October 7th was also 147. October 8th, 146. 145, 145 on October 10th, 144 yesterday. And where's my log? Hold on, let me refresh this because I have the today logged in at 142.8. And then we're going to do it all over again this week about the results. We are about the results. But here's the feature that I thought about adding, right? So because I'm trying to combine things together. So we have to do our weekly navigator as well. But here's what I'm trying to combine here. We have where we can add a new long-term goal, right? Which is very, very helpful. But I think that because the other thing that I did, if we go to our rewards vault, we can set up a reward for a milestone. Well, no, we can do where is it? Oh yeah, so we could do, where are we? So you can do monthly rewards, right? Monthly. But you could also do long-term, persist until claimed. So what I'm thinking in my mind is, how could we connect the long-term goals that we set for ourselves? So let's say you have a long-term goal to finish college, right? So I would want to say, when I do this, add new long-term goal, right? And I'm setting, like, let's say it's a 3-year goal or a 6-month goal, whatever, right? Or a year goal, whatever. And I also wanted to say, after you create the goal, do you want to create a reward for this goal? So it automatically, so after you go create goal, it takes you to the reward section where now you can set up your reward for it and balance. So that way you can streamline it. So now you also have a goal that you're working towards, or you have your goal, but you also have that reward. Like, what are you going to reward yourself? So I'm gonna build that. Maybe I'll do it tonight. I don't know, because I saw that they have a new 15-inch teleprompter coming out, right? Because mine right now is like a 10-inch. It's kind of small, hard to navigate and hard to maneuver. But with a 15-inch teleprompter, it's gonna be much better. So I want to set a goal for once I reach this milestone, then I want to go and get my teleprompter so that we can have even better. Like, I reward myself with tools and devices to make the job easier and better. Yeah, so that's the feature that I'm thinking about. I'm gonna use Gemini to map out the user story, and then I'm gonna put it in Lovable and have it all sync together, right? So just wanted to share that with you real quick. Some updates that are happening. Really good stuff. We are winning. We're doing great on all this. Just like as it gets some more usage, things are formulating. I think one more thing that we can do our weekly navigator, right? So let's say, so if you haven't seen the weekly navigator, I added it like 2 weeks ago. And basically to help you stay on focus, stay on course for the week. Last week, the goal was to do a morning live stream, and we did it on Friday. I think this week we'll probably push forward to do maybe two morning live streams. I gotta figure out the date. Right. I eventually want to do more like 1 hour-ish morning live streams where we're just looking at some new stuff and maybe cover two or three stories, right? 2 or 3 stories, and give our feedback, see what's going on in the news, see how is the government back open? Is the government back open? Right. So let's go ahead and do our weekly navigator real quick. So for those who are not familiar with it, you'll see what it is. We built the waiting list on Thursday, and this coming Thursday, I was gonna do it on my own, but I said, you know what, it'll be better to show you. I'd rather build it in public. So this coming Thursday, we will connect it with Resend. So you'll see me add the domain name to Resend, see me configure it in DreamHost, And then we're gonna test out the email to make sure that it's working, so that we can start opening up the wait list, publish the site, opening up the wait list so people can sign up for it, and they can get notified that they're added to the wait list, and then they will be able to get the code once I start giving access to people. They can get the code and they can start using it and all of that good stuff. There's so much AI in there, so much integration in there, really good stuff, right? So here's the deal. So the weekly navigator. So this is your routine for the 1 in 60. A 1 degree deviation can cause a plane to miss its target by 1 mile for every 60 miles flown. These questions are your weekly course correction, inspired by the work of Cody Sanchez. I love Cody Sanchez. So happiness. The first thing that we do is the happiness check-in, right? The happiness check-in on a scale. One more. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10. Am I happy doing what I'm doing right now? I am extremely happy doing what I'm doing right now. Like, I love all the things that I do right now. Well, there's one thing that I'm not too crazy about, but it's okay. It says, what would I do if I knew it wouldn't fail? What would I do if I knew that it wouldn't fail? See, that's the thing with me, right? Even the things that I don't like, I don't know if they'll fail or not, I still do them anyways. So I would say, you know what? I know what I would do if I was sure that it wouldn't fail. I would link up with other technical people, marketers, etc., to build more useful apps that would add value into the world. That's what I would do if I knew that it would have failed. But I'll tell you this. Outside of corporate structure, working with people is hard. And while I would love to work with people, you just can't control what people do. It always seems like other priorities come into the way, and it's like so hard to get things done. So that's why I always am betting on me, right? Like the song says, I'm betting on me. I'm always betting on me. All right. So let's go next. And it says, what would I do even if I knew it was going to fail? Well, honestly, I don't really know when things are going to fail or not, but I do them anyways. So, I mean, if I knew it was going to fail, I always have quite trouble with this question. I would say, and you're right now, you're seeing me think of this stuff in real time. What would I do if I knew it was going to fail? I would say that I'd build more apps. I would build more apps that help me and still make them available for public consumption, even if there are no takers. Because I love to build, and a lot of things that I do, like outside of the homeschool app, I mean, it kind of does help me, right? Because the homeschool app helped me help my wife and her group, but everything that I build, I use, right? So like my content creation portal, let's say I never launch it to anyone, and I'm the one that uses it primarily, I'm still going to do it because it is helping me. So it depends on the definition of failure at this point, right? Because I build things that streamline my workflow, and then hopefully, in hope, it's going to help and streamline other people's workflow as well. All right. Let me see. What am I doing right now because I think that I should? What am I doing right now because I think that I should? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing right now because I think that I should. I would say, what am I doing right now because I think. I'll go with waking up at 4:45 to 5 a.m. And I'll tell you this, I've been waking up this whole past week. I woke up at like 4:30, except for today. I pushed it to like 6, right? I woke up at like 4:30, between 4:30 and 5 a.m. And I got so much done. I've been like the past month or so, maybe 2 months, I've been waking up around like 6:30 ish, maybe 7, but waking up at 4:45, I had to get used to, I had to get reacquainted with it, and I got so much done lately. All right. So let's say we're gonna have 4:45 because it's not that I think I should. I know I should because I want to be more productive, and I'm able to get a lot more things done. Impact and contribution. What have I done to build the world I wish existed? So I am sharing day in and day out mindset adjustments, discipline builders, etc. I've built a few efficiency and productivity apps. Right? Let's go with that. And whose opinion steered my course this week? Let me think. Whose opinion steered my course this week? Oh, I got it. We talked about it on Thursday. My 3 and almost half-year-old steered my opinion on marketing. We saw the importance of all aspects of marketing, including how a child prefers one type of packaging over another. And that's what, and I'm telling you, the psychology in the store packages and stuff like that, they're aimed at children. Because why do you think he says, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that? All right, let's go with this. Keystone, what's one thing I need to accomplish next week to move closer to my goal? You know what? I was going to say that the one thing would be to do 2 morning live streams. I'm going to change that. We must have the wait list for the coaching portal ready by Saturday. That's going to be, because that's the most important to me this week, right? So let's go set as my keystone goal. Next, how often did I do things that I actively enjoyed? I will say, I always, if I don't enjoy it, it's not gonna happen. I mean, I take that back. Running and stuff like that, I don't enjoy it, but I do it. But most of the things that I do enjoy it, right? So let's go with that. And we are done with that. We have our goals. Let's say we complete. We're good to go. We are good to go. Must have the wait list for the coaching portal ready by Saturday. We have our daily momentum, all of the good stuff. All right. So there we go. Back to full screen. All right. So that is that's my idea to add to the coaching portal. That is and that's me going through the weekly navigator. And very, very soon, I'm going to start giving people access to it. We're going to start with, so it's going to be Patreon members get access first. So coaching portal members, they already are people that I work with one-on-one, they already have access. Then I'm going to give access to people in the Patreon who want access to it. I will make that available to them. And then everyone has to go through the wait list once I build it. And then I will start, as we get more requests, start cycling that in to give more people access as we continue to build it. Once it's built, all the further details will be released so people can be able to access it, join it, and use it to their fullest advantage. All right. So let me check the chat one more time, and then we're gonna get into the icebreaker. Let me see what we got. Drew says, where's the resume flow sponsor on the screen? So right now it is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, but it will be present in some of the lower thirds that we have. Maybe can I add it in this one? Let me see. Can I add it in this one? Yeah, I didn't really have a spot in this lower third, but you'll see it in other areas throughout the show as well. But we are sponsored by ResumeFlow.app. If you need a free resume, and I mean, you'll get a free resume analysis, right? But you're able to compare the job that you want to your resume. You're all able to see how well your resume matches to the ATS. You're also able to save that job, track the job, get interview questions for that job all the way through completion. So get better chances of getting hired by getting the right resume. I've seen so many bad resumes in the past. Now is the time to get that resume, and you'll get a free analysis and a free job comparison once you sign up for the site, and you can go from there and get it done right. All right. Let me see what else we got. Peter Investor says, how do you build an app with AI if you're not tech savvy or an engineer? What? That is a great question. Here's a great question. Here's why it's a great question. It had to be Junior. You'd say it was like maybe 2 or 3 months ago, when Lovable was giving a free credits to work for the weekend, and that's how I actually started building out the homeschool app. But basically, if you're not that tech savvy, you're going to want to use a platform. Depending on the app that you're building, right? Most people they want to build a web-based app, so I would say go to a platform like Lovable, and you're just gonna tell it what you want. I think I have some videos that if you're in one of the Discords, I can share it with you. But I think I have a video that shows how to get that prompt up and rolling. It's actually a vibe. You know what? I have to check the Patreon, because I might have in the Patreon where we did the vibe code and chill, where I recorded the whole session, the whole 2 to 3 hour session that we did, where we were building an app. But basically, you prompted what you want, like what do you want, the features that you want to have, and it's gonna build it for you. Then you can ask it to make changes, to fix it and stuff like that. The one thing though, which I'm gonna be showing on Wednesday, is how I use Gemini to be my product owner. So basically, I have AI as my software engineer, as my product owner, and we build apps together, right? And if you're tech savvy or an engineer, it's going to be easier for you to make changes and fixings on your own. But you're still it just depends on the complexity of the application that you're doing that will make the difference, right? Peter Investor says, the concept of beginner mind was by the late Steve Jobs from Apple to use your creative imagination like a child. Very good point. Very good point. All right. So that is everything that we have here for now. All right. So let's get into icebreaker. Let's get into the icebreaker. All right. So hold on a second. Give me 1 second. I was perched. I was at jiu-jitsu one day. I'll tell you this quick story, right? One of my friends at jiu-jitsu, I said to her, like, how come after we train, you never drink any water, but everybody else you drink water, right? And then she's like, oh, let me go get some water. I'm perched. I'm like, give me a break. Anyways, I have some crazy friends, right? Anyhow, let's do this. So here's a question. I put this on X last night. Who is the first user of your application? If you're building an app, who should be the first user of application? If you don't use your own application, right? Why should anybody else use your application? So for me, when I'm building my content creation workflow, that's what I'm using. I use that, I would say 95% of the time that's being used. Because anytime, like for my titles, that's giving me ideas. For my title, it's giving me ideas. For my description, it's writing the description. For my keywords, for the thumbnails, and I'm learning how to make even better thumbnails. What did y'all think about that thumbnail? Let me know in the chat. What did you think about the thumbnail for the show for today? I loved it. I absolutely loved it. All right. Basically, I'll show you how I made it, but it was pretty cool. But I'm using that for like that is my lifesaver. If I did not build that app, I would not be able to push out all this content every single day. That app is my lifesaver. But I built it for me. And I'm still trying to see how I can make it available to other people. Got to figure out those little things. But for me, it's helped me so much. With the resume flow site, right? With the resume flow site, I used to get so many bad resumes. And this is what happened, right? People would go to a boot camp. They would pay like $10,000 for this boot camp. They would give them a resume, and they would go apply for jobs with that resume, and it was straight up garbage. And I got tired of giving the same feedback over and over and over again. And when people would update the resume, oh, what do you think about it now? I said, you know what? We're going to build an application to streamline the workflow of of your resume first, the job that you're applying for, then like how to get ready for the job interview. Because some people, they actually end up getting interviews and then they totally bomb on the interview. And now they're like, nobody wants me. Nobody cares.
Bruh.
So I'm like, so now when somebody says, oh, can you look at my resume? I said, did you use Resume Flow yet? No. Then I can't look at your resume. If you don't upload your resume to Resume Flow, I will not. I mean, no, that's outside of like work, of course. But if it's for a coaching thing or someone's asking for feedback, upload to Resume Flow. Then I'll take a look at it and give some additional feedback. But I'm not looking at it if you don't upload it to Resume Flow. But that is my buffer. All right. But yeah, but like the coaching portal, all these tools that I'm using, like the homeschool app, I don't personally use it every single day, but just my wife had a meeting with her group yesterday, and she asked me on Thursday and Friday to make some updates to the lesson plan generation. And then we got some great crazy ideas that I'm going to be sharing on Wednesday's show, the software exploration concept and overviews of how I use Gemini to generate the feature story and how I put it into Lovable to do it, and then the little minor tinkering. And it's like, now it's like, wow, this is really, really cool. Really good. All right. So you have to like, when you have an idea, so many people, their idea is like, oh, I just want to build something to make a lot of money, to become rich. Right. And I'm like, if that's how you're thinking about it, then you're gonna kind of be doomed, right? You're gonna kind of be doomed. So that's why I'm always like, I want to build things for me, because a lot of times the problem that you're facing, a lot of other people are also facing those issues. So it's like, how can I do something that will solve my problem, and then hopefully solve everybody else's problems too, right? And the other part of the icebreaker is pioneering your future. So you guys see this new layout that I have, these new overlays, and looking at the provider of it, I joined their Discord, and I was like, is it any way possible that you can make your own layouts, your own designs? And they were like, oh yeah, you just got to go join this site right here, and you can do this, that. I'm like, oh wow. But a lot of times we like to sit back and hope that things are going to be handed to us, things are going to be done for us, things are going to be given to us. And a lot of times what happens is you're taking a good 15 to 30% of the way there, right? But the other 70% is on you. But people get mad and upset because it's on them. Like, they don't want to do the work for it. For me, I'm like, you know what? We are always going to be pioneering our futures, building the things that we need to be successful. And then once we get there, all those other people who stayed and they were complaining and they were pouting and stuff like that, it's up to them, because the work is possible. The work can be done. All right. So you always have to look at being able to see what opportunity. So now with this new design that we have here, I'm like, oh, I can go and start seeing how I can customize these layouts, creating more layouts, all these different things that I could do for my industry, for my realm, because one of my goals is also to push my tech barbarians to also start creating their own content, marketing themselves, because in today's age you have to market yourself. So I'm like, all right, cool. So that means I can start creating like maybe some tech barbarian based overlays, and have my people to start using them and embracing them, and growing their communication skills, because a lot of them, they do not have the best communication skills, but trying to find a way to help them, build them, and grow them. All right, but that is the icebreaker for today. All right, let's go back to full screen, and we are going to change that. All right, cool. Get some more of this. This thing sunk. Give me a second here. Just sunk into the cup. All right, so we're gonna get into work. We are going to, let me see, we're gonna do this one. All right, so we are going to be prototyping using let me do that. We're gonna be prototyping using DigitalOcean as a production environment, which is no super chat, no chats coming in. All right, cool. So here is the deal. I'm gonna go to Gemini. I also have to create some mobile layouts, because they don't really have many mobile layouts on in their system. All right, so let's go over to here. Let me see. All right, so we are going to say, I have an application deployed with Lovable using Supabase. The issue that I am having, and it's part of my my sprint commitments for the Tech Barbarian, so we gotta do it today. I know it's bad for me to wait to the very, very last minute, but things happen. Things happen. Let's see. I'm having trouble. I'm having issues the issues I'm having. Ooh, you thought about something. Need something real quick. Let's go. Oh, no wonder. Okay, give me a second here. No wonder this was happening. There we go. I was like, why is no one watching on mobile? That's because I had it private. I had it private. There we go. So hopefully you get some more people on mobile. But it is what it is. All right. So I have an application deployed with Lovable using Supabase. The issue I'm having is Lovable can only connect to one Supabase environment, and I need the ability to have a test environment. I also use DigitalOcean. Can you offer some solutions that I could use to host on DigitalOcean and have a test environment somewhere? So let's see what Gemini is going to offer to us. But this is basically how I do most of my work, where I'm like, all right, what does Gemini think? And then I go through its documentation. All right, so we have you can absolutely set up a parallel test environment for your level application. The best way to do this is using your existing DigitalOcean account is to self-host a separate Superbase instance on a DigitalOcean droplet. This approach gives you the completely independent Superbase project with its own database, API keys, and authentication. You can point your Lovable app for test that you can point your Lovable app to for testing. The solution self-hosts a test Superbase on DigitalOcean. Interesting. Self-host a test Superbase on DigitalOcean. You'll create a DigitalOcean droplet as a virtual private server and use Docker to run the official Superbase stack. Huh. Really? That isn't okay. I'm liking that. That makes a lot of sense because Superbase is actually gotta stop at let's say we stop at 420. We'll stop at 420. We'll go to our first break. I need to get my countdowns back. So so we do this. This is a common and powerful way to create an isolated development and testing environment. Now the question is, how could you sync both of them though? I would want to sync them both. Here's a step-by-step guide to get it done. Create a DigitalOcean droplet. You need to go into DigitalOcean, create droplets, and choose image. Choose your plan for the test environment, basic with 2 gigs of RAM. Choose a data center region, authentication, select SSH. Finalize, create the droplet. Install Docker and Docker Compose. Set up Superbase. You know what I could do? Even though the timers aren't working, I can still press the timer button and I'll hear the. Will I hear it? I'll check. I'll have to check on that. But I can get the voice to we can get a sound after 20 minutes is up. But no biggie. I'll set that up for next stream. All right, so if managing a server sounds like too much overhead, the simplest but potentially more expensive. So that's what I don't want to do, right? So I didn't even think that I could have my own Superbase hosted somewhere. That might even be that might even be cheaper. I gotta think. I have so much to think about now. I have so much to think about now. But let's go ahead and we'll get started. So let me go to DigitalOcean. Let me log in DigitalOcean before I share the screen. Because I'm paying like $6 for a droplet. So if we go into here and we say droplets, create droplet, and we're gonna go with New York, $28 a month. Good Lord, why is it that much money? Where is the cheapest one that I was paying for? There we go. So, all right, that's more like it. Which one do they recommend though? They regular. Let me see. How much is Pentium? 8. This one is 7. This is 8. They recommended that I get a 2 gigs of RAM with 1 vCPU. 2 gigs of RAM. You can always upgrade this later. So we'll start off with this one. We'll start off with the 1 gig of RAM, 1 CPU. They want us to get the $18 one, but I don't think I need it for this one. Let me see, show up plans. 512 memory. That's a little low. I don't go that low though. So let's go with the $6 one. All right. And now we are going to say, so there goes the droplet that we're getting. That's one that we have for N8N. All right, next up we have so we got our droplet created. Choose an image, select Ubuntu 2204. Did I do that? Did I do that? Let me see, how can I see? Access, power, volumes. Did I choose the right one? I don't even know. History. I don't know if well, whatever. Let's continue. So it says, then after you do this, choose a plan. We did the plan. We did that. Authentication, select SSH for secure connection. If you haven't added one, the interface will guide you. Create droplet. It didn't ask me that. All right, so let's go into launch droplet console. We're on it. So we got Ubuntu 25, so we're good. Now we want to go to sudo apt-get update. Where is? Oh, you can't see this. All right, hold on. How can I show this to you? We'll go to the other screen. Let's do this. We're gonna go to this screen so you can see it. So we are inside of the droplet terminal. And we're gonna do sudo apt-update. Make sure the server is up to date with the latest packages that it needs. And then we're going to do a sudo. Sudo means that you are it puts you as like a root user. Apt install. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Apt install docker.io compose that, or docker compose. -y. So now we're installing Docker and Docker Compose. And that is installed. So now we're going to do, we're going to do sudo user mod-ag docker user. So now we're putting this user into the user group. And that is it. We go to exit. Let's go back here. All right, so next up, we did all of this. We have Docker installed. We need to get back into the droplet, and we're going to do a git clone for Supabase. So we are going to do go back over here, or not there yet. So now we're going to do the next command that we have. We are going to do, so now we have to go to git clone depth 1. Now we got to put the Supabase GitHub address. Cloning into Docker. So now we're gonna do cd Docker. Oh, username for GitHub? Why should I use why should I need a username? Let's try tech coach Ralph. Password for tech. I don't think I need to put my password in for this. I don't think I need to put my password for this. This is a public repo. Let me see. Wait a second. Wait, that's what I have here. Let me see. Let me make sure this is a public repo. It should be a public repo. Oh, 404 not found. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's find the right GitHub. Let's see here. Supabase. Let's see if there's a Docker one. If we go into Supabase, there is a Docker folder. So maybe we need to get this one then. Let's say we do git clone. Let's try that def thing again. And the folder path is Supabase/Supabase. It's not just Supabase/Docker. So that might be part of the issue that they had too. Not a lot of files. Stop it. Or whatever. Docker. What's this folder name again? Do ls cd Supabase cd Docker cd Docker. All right, so we did that. So we're over here. And it says that create your environment from this example file. All right, so if we do we're gonna do paste that over here. And so it's gonna be copy .env to .env. Generate strong passwords for your env file. You can use password. All right, so let's take a look at what's in the env file. What am I doing? Vim env. All right, vim.env. Vim env or .env. All right, so all these, so we need to do passwords for all these things over here. I think we'll leave these for now because we're just testing this right now to see if it's possible. So we don't have to go and make all these different changes to it. So I think this is good for now. Let's go to. So what's the next step, right? Because we can change those later on. Not a big deal. They give you the operation that you can do to do it. All right, launch. So to launch Supabase, we're gonna do a sudo docker compose up. So we're gonna go to all right, and we're gonna say sudo docker compose, and we're gonna say sudo docker compose up -d, and let's see what happens. Ooh, I put docker command. Come on, man. All right, which is invalid should be a string. All right, so I have some invalid. Okay, so I have a bunch of invalid text in here. All right, so let's go back. venv.env. Let's see, vim.env. All right, so you must change these secrets before. Okay, we gotta see which one was the issue one. Oh, it's 420, but it's 420. It is 420. That means it is break time. We will pick. I gotta get my sounds. I gotta get all my sounds working again. But we'll go to break, and then we'll come back and continue working on this. We're gonna need to create some passwords, and then we will try to see if we can get it connected. Plug. I'm not sure yet how exactly we're gonna do it, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how we're gonna do it, but we're just getting some ideas, some concepts, right? Let me see. All right, let me go to. I'm gonna go get something. I gotta go get something. I will be right back, and then once I get back, we will get to our next break time topic. So it is a quick recess intercession. Let's go and get a drink or something, and then we'll be back, and we will continue working on this. All right. So let me see. Can I do that? And we will do.
I'm not that far removed from the storm. The heat still lingers, my heart still warm. I try to change, but the core remains. I'm not that far removed from the flame.
I'm not that far removed from the storm. The heat still lingers, my heart still warm. I try to change, but the core remains. I'm not that far removed from the flame.
They pushed and pulled like I'm a game to play. Thought I'd crumble, thought I'd stray. I walked away from shadows I knew, but I'm not that far removed from the view.
They threw their stones, I caught them all. Built a wall so I wouldn't fall. Changed my name, changed my tune, but I'm not that far removed from the moon.
I'm not that far removed from the fire that burns, the soul I prove. You can test me, you can try, but I'm still the storm, the unbroken sky. I bury my past, but it won't stay gone. A ghost in the mirror, it lingers on. Try to rewrite, try to improve, but I'm not that far removed from the groove.
I buried the fire, but it still flickers low. They thought I'd crumble, but they don't even know. The echoes of me that I left in the past still rise like a shadow I can't outlast.
They see my face, but they don't see the scars. Every line's a map, a story that's ours. I wear my armor, my heart's subdued, but I'm not that far removed from the crude.
They built their walls, but I've got my tools. Try to make me dance to their shallow rules. I walked away, but the fight's in my veins. Not that far gone from my old hurricane.
They wanted a puppet, but I cut the strings. Tried to clip my wings, but I still sing. I shed my skin, but the scars still show. Not that far gone from the me they used to know. I'm not that far removed from the fire that burns, the soul I prove. You can test me, you can try, but I'm still the storm, the unbroken sky.
Oh, they act like I've forgotten the fight, but I'm a phoenix not lost in the night. I've grown taller, but the roots run deep. I'll wake the thunder if they wake the beast.
Oh, they act like I've forgotten the fight, but I'm a phoenix not lost in the night. I've grown taller, but the roots run deep.
All right, I am back. I'm telling you, need some electrolytes. The sun was beaming this morning. The sun was beaming this morning out there on the court, and then we got people acting a fool, acting rowdy. I don't know. Sometimes you have certain people around that they should not be around, but how do you kick them out? How do you kick them out of public places? Gotta figure it out. Anyways, so we are going to be getting into our very, very first break time conversation for today. So we are going to be looking at, we already did our icebreaker, right? We did our icebreaker already. So we are done with the icebreaker. We've done our first segment on DigitalOcean. Tesla is under investigation. What's going on? So something is happening with their self-driving, right? Something is happening with the Tesla self-driving. Let's go ahead and take a look at what exactly is going on with Tesla's self-driving. Something about railroads. I'm not exactly sure what that's all about. Let's go and find out together. Let's go to here, and we're gonna go over. Let me get this and go over to boom. All right, so let's watch this to see what is going on with Tesla and their this one with Tesla and self-driving. Let me get this on the screen too. Boom. I gotta get this software down. I gotta reacquaint myself. It's been a year and a half since I used OBS again. So let's go and see what is going on. So this one comes from NBC News. Tesla's full driving software under investigation after railroad incident, right? So there's some railroad incident happened with Tesla. Let's go ahead. Let's see if we can watch this video first.
Cameras. Well, there you go. Sheesh. What the heck? Italo Frigoli. It was a close call caught on NBC cameras. Well, there you go. Sheesh. What the heck? Italo Frigoli slamming on the brakes after his Tesla in semi-autonomous mode failed to stop when railroad crossing arms were coming down. Sheesh. What the heck? An NBC News investigation found other cases of Teslas going through the crossing arms, even driving onto the tracks and under a train. Now, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says it's investigating the scope, frequency, and potential safety consequences of full self-driving software executing driving maneuvers that constitute traffic safety violations, citing dozens of complaints of Teslas in FSD, failing to remain stopped at traffic lights, driving on the wrong side of the road, and failing to stop for railroad crossing arms. in some cases with little notice to a driver or opportunity to intervene. This was a close call.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Nearly 3 million Teslas with full self-driving software are part of the review, but researchers caution.
These are systems that are designed as driver assistance features. They need to be supervised, managed, and driven by a human.
Tesla has not responded to our request for comment, but it has warned drivers that despite the name, the cars are not fully autonomous and drivers must oversee the vehicle's operation at all times. Tom? Okay.
So that is kind of scary. That is kind of scary. Let's go away. Let's read up on it a little bit, see what's going on here. It says, let me zoom in.
We are back now with the social media prank that is prompting some worry.
All right, there we go. So, the National Highway Safety Administration said Thursday it would investigate how Tesla's semi-autonomous driving software handles railroad crossings and as part of a wide-ranging investigation of incidents where the agency said Tesla vehicles have violated traffic safety laws. Here's a question, right? If an autonomous vehicle runs a red light and it's caught on one of those traffic cameras, right? Who gets the ticket? Is the ticket sent to the owner or is the ticket sent to the manufacturer? Because technically the manufacturer should be the one who is responsible if their software fails or not, right? Not the person who purchased. Because at the end of the day, a Tesla is a piece of software. It's a piece of hardware and software that you're buying from a company. So who gets the ticket? I don't know. It says NHTSA said it was launching the investigation of Tesla's full self-driving software after receiving complaints from drivers, including reports of vehicles driving through red lights or on the wrong side of the road. The agency said the investigation relates to all Tesla vehicles equipped with FSD, full self-driving, or 2.9 million vehicles. The agency said its investigation would look at the software performance at railroad crossings, which was subject of NBC's news investigation published in September. While the behavior under investigation appears to occur most frequently at intersections, NHTSA investigation will encompass any other type of situations in which this behavior may arise, such as when traveling adjacent to a lane of opposing traffic or when approaching railroad crossings. It said in a 3-page summary, Tesla and its CEO Elon Musk did not immediately respond to requests for comment on Thursday. So there's a video again. NBC's news investigation reported that Tesla vehicles using FSD software sometimes fail to stop for train tracks. That sounds deadly vicious. Or otherwise mishandle situations at rail crossings, including when red lights are flashing and gate arms are lowering. According to Tesla drivers and videos they've taken, based on the report, 2 senators had called out NHTSA to begin the investigation. In its announcement Thursday, NHTSA said it would look into whether the system gives drivers enough time to respond to FSD errors. It says that in some reported incidents, a Tesla vehicle provided little notice to a driver or opportunity to intervene. That really sucks. That's like a death sentence right there. NHTSA said it had identified 18 complaints and 1 media report alleging that a Tesla vehicle in FSD mode fails to remain stopped during the duration of the red traffic signal. So it stopped, but it didn't stay stopped. That is not good. All right. Let me see. Let's see. Failed to remain stopped during the duration of a red traffic signal. Failed to stop fully, or failed to accurately detect a display and display the correct traffic signal state in the vehicle interface. The agency said that in 6 of the cases, the Tesla crashed with another vehicle at an intersection, and that in 4 cases, those crashes resulted in 1 or more reported injuries. So here's my question, right? Because they launched the Teslas and they got approval to run them in Arizona. I think it's Phoenix, Arizona. But what happens if the Tesla has to cross a a railroad track. Like I'm just curious. I'm curious like what's going to be happening because they're launching those fully autonomous vehicles in other. So are they using different software in those vehicles? I don't know. Let me see. The agency said that multiple incidents occurred at one intersection in Maryland. It said it understands that Tesla has since taken action to address the issues at this. At intersection, Tesla took action to address the issue at that particular. Why not everywhere? Like. And it said, so they said its investigation was preliminary. Possible outcomes range from no action by the agency to an update or recall of the FSD software. Luckily, because it's software, you should be able to do it over the air, like fix it and push it over the air, right? Tesla has warned drivers, including in the online driver's manual, that the FSD software does not make its vehicle fully autonomous. Tesla tells drivers to oversee the vehicle's operations at all times, and it has sometimes added the phrase supervised full self-driving. Okay, it's like supervised released to the product name, emphasizing its view that drivers are not the software are responsible for the vehicle's operation. Musk, though, has made claims that go beyond what Tesla says. In August, he said in an X post that with FSD, Tesla vehicles can drive themselves, a claim that experts says isn't backed up by the evidence. He also made FSD a centerpiece of Tesla's future, including plans for a fleet of driverless robotaxis. So I think that the FSD, the full self-driving, is separate to what is available in the robotaxis, because the robotaxis are fully autonomous, and those already exist. But full self-driving might be older software, so I'm curious about that, how they're going to bridge that gap. Full self-driving is a package of driver assistance features that Tesla owners and leaseholders can buy for $99 per month. Wow, wowzers. Or a one-time fee of $8,000. It works with pre-installed hardware, including cameras that capture what's around the vehicle. Earlier this week, Tesla released an update for FSD called version 14. It's not immediately clear how the new version handles situations described by the NHTSA in its investigation announcements. All right, so that is the story from Tesla. We are going to check the chat before we get back to our next segment. I think we might do 2 segments today because trying to maneuver through all these softwares, through this new software, it's slowing me down a little bit. Sorry about that. I am being slowed down a little bit, but we'll get back at it, right? So let me check the chat. Peter Investor says, this was a nice music in the interim. If you like that album, go check out My Captivity. Peter, believe it or not, that was AI generated music. I created that with AI and I put it on an album. Go check out the Captivity album, available on all major streaming platforms. Type in Techo Trout. You'll see my other 2 albums. 2 albums. 3 albums. There is Victory that came out on Christmas. We have Abandoned that came out on Valentine's Day. We had Frenemies that came out on my birthday, April 15th, and Tax Day. And we had Captivity that came out on the 4th of July this year to celebrate Independence Day. You'll find it on Spotify, on YouTube Music, on Apple Music, on wherever you listen to music to, you'll find it there. So go check it out. Really, really cool album. Junior says, you can't kick them out. It's not my ownership. I mean, first of all, it's a public park, right? They show up. They have quote unquote friends there, but I'm telling you, this is the God honest truth, Junior. I pulled up to the park today and I saw who was on the court. I'm like, oh, we're gonna have problems today. Today's gonna be a miserable day. And guess what? It was a miserable day until they left. All right, until they left. Peter Investor says, processing of information. And Junior says, the owner, you're still responsible for overseeing it. Bruh. That's true.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
That is true. Junior says, that's why I stay away from these robots. Get behind me, robots. Peter Investor says, problem is in external variant, meaning the traffic warning needs to sync in Tesla software recognition. That's a good point. But it's like the traffic warnings aren't online, so it needs to be able to visually be able to see them. Because like when a train is passing through an intersection, the they can't see it, they don't know it. So it's like yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's really tough because so it needs to be like a visual indicator because there is no API that they can sync to be able to see that. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Let me see. Junior says your birthday is 2 days after 2 days after AD and 2 days before. My shout out to all us in April. That is why we like Junior, unlike some of our friends, that's why we take no days off. I'm not gonna say which friend I'm talking about, Rod Brown. I'm not gonna say which friend I'm talking about. I won't say it again, right? But we take no days off because that's why when you're born April 13th, April 15th, and April 17th, you are on a mission. It's ordained for you to win. See, I don't know what I don't know what days off are. I don't know what days off are, right? And even when I travel, I'm upset. I'm like, man, I wish you could really set up this environment so I could do my stuff. Because when you go on vacation and stuff like that, right? You're not doing something for 24/7. So if I could crack open the laptop and go live at like 2 in the morning and work on stuff, you know what I mean? I would do it. It's just like I don't trust the internet. I don't trust the noise. I don't trust like you might find. I'll tell you one more story, right? The other night, it was, it wasn't, it must have been, no, it wasn't Friday. Maybe it was the other night, right? I guess it had to be like maybe 11:30, and the kid is sleeping. My wife's in the laundry room doing something. I stopped by to give her something, and as I'm walking back to the house, the kid is standing there, quiet, looking like one of those movies. I was like, whoa, what in the world just happened here? So you never know. You never, like when you don't have your own space, when you travel, you never know what to expect. So it's hard to continue working publicly in those places. But I'm still working privately though. I'm still strategizing, putting things together. But I wish I could. I wish that I could. All right. Anyways. So let's continue with the work that we were doing. I'm going to go to this. So we're going to do let's go back to Gemini real quick. And Gemini says that we need to create, let's say we'll go to 4. We'll go to, so we're going to skip the second topic. We're going to go, so we're going to do this segment, then we're going to go to Sora, right? We will go to 5 o'clock. We'll do a 5 o'clock and then we'll do Sora and then we'll wrap the show, right? So we need to generate a unique strong secrets for your env file. You can use a password manager or the command below to generate a secret. Run this for each. All right, so we're going to copy this one right here, right? Zoom in a little bit. I'm gonna copy this one and I'm gonna go over to, I'm really liking my transitions. I'll tell you this, right? I like the ones that I was using before, but these are something else, I tell you. Or this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep this open here. And I am going to say, give me a terminal. Let's see if that's going to work. Let's go here. We got one password. We're going to go up here and we're going to say Postgres password. Let's go this over a little bit. All right. What's going on here? Let's go here. Okay, we're gonna go delete that right here. My mic working? Okay, yep, it's working. All right, cool. Let's go delete this over here. Paste that. JWT token. Let's get rid of this one. My super secret password that I'm sharing with everyone, but we're gonna get rid of this anyways, so just testing and prototyping. So we got that. Any other one that I need to put in here? Your encryption. So we need a dashboard password. We got our service role key and I guess those could stay the same. I guess we can go to go here, dashboard password. Let's create another one. Let's do Techo drop for this dashboard username. We'll do another one. We will go to and we need one more. Let's get rid of that. And it says you can change these to any Postgres database app. All right, so let's go to, I think these are okay. All right, so let's go with that. We're gonna go WQ. And so we saved it. Now we're gonna do a sudo docker compose up. And what is the error that we're getting now? Is invalid because name does not match any what? Sudo docker, it says the docker compose file. So ls. It says the compose file .docker compose.yaml is invalid because the name does not match any of the name. You might be seeing this because you're using the wrong docker compose file. Okay, so sudo docker compose up -d. Unknown shorthand. All right, let's just do it like this for now, without the -d. Unknown command docker compose. What? We installed docker compose, didn't we? Sudo app install docker.io. Yeah, docker compose. Let me see. Docker compose. Up. Unknown command. Docker compose up. So you're either, all right, so it says you might be seeing this error because you're using the wrong compose file version. Either specify a supported version 2.2 or 3.3 and place the service definition under the services key, or omit the version key and place your service definition at the root of the file to use version 1. And while I'm doing this, right, while I'm working on this, while I'm figuring this out, start putting in the chat what type of video we should create with Sora 2, right? Start putting in the chat now what to create with Sora 2. Let me see. It should be. Let's see. Vim docker compose. Usage start docker compose up with helpers docker compose f dot docker compose stop destroy. Why isn't that starting though? Let's see. I don't know. Is that it? All right. Okay. So there's a bunch of stuff here. Yeah, there's a bunch of, it should start. Let me see. Start document pulls up. All right. And it has a space. All right. So let's do Q. So Docker compose up. So let's do this. Let's go back into Gemini for a second there. When I try to do, I'm getting the error unknown command in the droplet. Although I installed Docker compose. When I, oh wait, I thought that's what right. When I type Docker compose, I get this error. So let's see if we can get around this particular error that we're seeing. Let's see. Oh, that's gonna suck. All right, let me try that. So we want to do that for the environment file. All right, so vim.env. Let's see. They said for next public enable logs. I don't see that in here. All these are commented out. Oh my goodness. I don't see that. Add quotes around the word true. At least that'll be for any of them, right? That sucks. A recommend use a modern tool. Your system will likely have the modern version of Docker Compose. Simply use that command instead of a hyphen with the new standard. But when I do that, it says for some reason. I don't want it. I want the new Docker. Right. So let me see. How can app get latest version of Docker Compose? I don't think I installed this one. Let's go over here. Unable to locate that package. Sudo apt get update. Let's go with that. It says doesn't know the command. Let's see. Let's see if we go to error docker unknown docker command. Let me see. Docker compose install Linux. This isn't a thing. Install the Docker Compose plugin. Even on their database here, they say sudo apt-get update, sudo apt-get Docker Compose plugin. How can you not find it? I'm gonna say all right. A Docker's official repository is not configured or updated. The Docker Compose plugin is usually provided by Docker's own apt-get. Okay. Oh my God. To resolve this, follow these steps. Set up Docker app repository. Let's do that. Just so much you got to do, I tell you. And then we're going to go over here. And then we're going to say then we're going to do this one. Oops. This one. And this one. And we're going to do this last one over here. Okay, now sudo apt update. And then we will do all right, now we got the Docker Compose plugin. Now can we do Docker Compose up? Ooh, look at that. Looky here. So we just have to get the latest version of Docker Compose. And then we're able to get it started. So now Superbase is getting started running locally or running on, which that means we could also pull it in onto our local machine and run it from our local machine as well. So that's pretty cool. So once we have that, all right. So while this is doing its thing, let's go and take a look more at our documentation from Gemini. Let's go back over here. And it says, I wonder if I could, wait a second, docs. Let me see. All right. So once we do that, let's go back up here. And we have, so basically started, connect Lovable to your test environment. Your self-hosted Supabase instance is now running. You can now connect your Lovable application to it using project URL and then the drop it IP to here and on key of your generated you generated in your env file. Okay. So domain name, so this is easy to set up. Caddy or Nginx, okay, that's fine. Backups, unlike the managed Supabase, you're responsible for backing up your self-hosted database. Maintenance, to update your self-hosted Supabase, you'll need to pull the latest from the GitHub repository and restart Docker containers. If we say or ask, I know it's 5. I have one more question for this. What about how could we, I'm trying to think. How could we keep the hosted Supabase in sync with the, which also, if that's the case, I could get well, how can we keep the hosted Supabase in sync with the, I have a question. If I am running my own hosted Supabase, can I, can I set up multiple branches and not multiple branches? Because like, if I can set up my own Supabase, I don't really need to. I can maintain it myself, I suppose, and do that maintenance instead of paying like all the. And I'm paying for it monthly. I can do it. Oh, I gotta think. Okay. Can I set up multiple branches and set up test environments that way without having to use the Supabase hosted? Also, am I able to sync my branches or sync my DigitalOcean self-hosted Supabase with the hosted Supabase? All right, so while that's happening, we do have the Supabase up and running. We should be able to get to your droplets IP and port 8000. Droplets IP, private IP, where's the public IP? Copy that. Port 8000. Do we have ooh, no, there's no Lovable there. All right, there's no Supabase there. Something looks like it failed. Let's see what Gemini had to say. Oh, it's not Gemini. This Gemini. It says that your best option, you cannot use Supabase branching feature on a self-hosted instance as it is a specific feature of their managed cloud platform. Additionally, there's no built-in tool to automatically sync a self-hosted DigitalOcean with a hosted Supabase project. They are treated as completely separate. However, you can absolutely achieve the outcome you're looking for by using standard database and Docker practices. Creating 2 test environments, the branching alternative, Okay, that makes sense. So you can do like test dot this application and dev dot this application. The branching or preview environments feature on Supabase Cloud is an infrastructure level tool that automatically spins up and tears down entire Supabase stacks for you. While you don't have that automated feature, you can replicate the results manually. Your best option is to run multi, and you can set up a CI/CD to do that as well, right? You can do it in your CI/CD pipeline. You could say spin up a Supabase instance with this information. This means you would need to repeat the process if you are ready to you already followed to set up your first self-hosted instance. Each instance would be complete, isolated environment with its own database, auth, and storage. Separate droplets, easier to clean. Same droplet, different ports, more advanced. That could be done. Yeah, that could definitely be done. So a bigger droplet. Sync between, no, there's no sync button for schema migrations. This is the most important, the most common requirement, keeping your database structure across the same environments. The Supabase CLI is perfect for this. The typical workflow: develop, locally test, generate a migration file, use the Supabase with CLI to detect the changes and create a new SQL migration file, apply to production, link the CLI to your hosted Supabase production project, and apply the new migration. The only tricky part is going to be how are we going to get Lovable to interact with it? Cool. But yeah, I didn't even think about there was an option to install Supabase on your own. So the fact that we're able to do that is progress right there. I don't think this is going to work. So let me see, 8,000. So I can see when I do if I try to access it, yeah, so it's not, so I'll do some more investigation on that. See how I can get it connected. But here's what it is. Let's see. Cool. All right. Well, I'm checking the chat first, and then we will go over into Runware and see what we can do with Sora 2. I haven't even looked at the configuration yet. So let's figure it out. Let's figure it out together. Let me see. What do we have in the chat? So Junior says, make a tutorial for the content creation app. I don't know, like that might be a really long video to do with Sora 2. So let's try to keep it simple to start off with Sora 2, and then we'll go from there. Right. So let me go to here and let's go over to, so we are now on, we did Tesla. Now we're going to, so we're going to skip over the AI the AI related power surges. We're going to go straight to creating video with Sora 2. All right. Let me do that. I really need to get my my Stream Deck connected with the overlay stuff. All right. Let me go ahead and do that. And we're gonna go over to here. So inside of here, we have Sora 2 and we have Sora 2 Pro, both by OpenAI. I don't even know how much these cost, to be honest with you. Let's see. What is this? 2.5. There's so many different. So I'm inside of Runware. I did a video on Runware a few weeks ago. If you're interested in, like, this is a pay-as-you-go platform, right? So it's not like you're paying $20 a month and you're limited to how many things you can create. You can create to your heart's desire. So let's go with Sora 2. Higher quality variant of Sora 2 with extra resolution, refined controls, and better consistency for demanding use cases, right? So let's go check out the regular one first, right? I don't even know how much it's gonna cost. Sora 2 frame. So all right, what is the best duration? So they have 4, 8, and 12-second durations. Let's do this. I am going, because I don't want to just like put anything in there and like waste a bunch of money. I am going to say Let's go to Chat GPT. Go to Chat GPT, right? The reason I'm going to Chat GPT is because OpenAI created ChatGPT, created Sora too, so ChatGPT should be a good one to help with that. So let's on here I'm gonna say, can you give me an example prompt that I would use to create a really cool promotional video for using Sora 2 for a resume platform, a resume soft application. Say a resume analysis application, right? Let's make a killer Sora prompt that creates a visually stunning cinematic promotional video for your resume analysis app. Below is an example prompt that's formatted in a way Sora or any high-end text to video AI would understand and execute beautifully. It says a sleek, futuristic promotional vehicle or video showcasing a cutting-edge resume analysis application for job seekers. The scene opens up with a close-up of a young professional sitting at a desk, uploading their resume on a modern laptop. The screen glows as AI generated visual swirls, holographic yada yada yada, cosmetic slow motion of different people, a designer, an engineer, a nurse. It's funny, I was thinking about those when I was thinking about a prompt idea. Watching the resume being instantly analyzed using glowing UI elements, clean typography, displaying tailored insights, AI-powered feedback, boosting your hiring chances. End with a confident professional walking in a job interview, smiling as the text fades. Land your next job with confidence. Resume Genius AI. Optional style modifiers. Yeah, let's say yes. The application name is called Resume Flow. The website address is resumeflow.app. The tone should be, what tone should we use? What should our tone be for this? I would say, let's say, inspiring. The tone should be inspiring and energetic, right? Is there, so let's do that, right? I'll say, is there a way with Sora we can incorporate let's start off with that. Or with Sora we can provide an image of who the okay, so let's go with that. But I'm thinking about, like, I want to have someone actually narrating the video. Would you like me to write a voiceover script to pair with the video prompt so Sora or an AI voice can narrate? It would make the promo feel more complete and ready. Yeah, is there a way that we could have a image provided to Sora that it will use, an image of a person provided to Sora that it will use to have the person in the image speaking about the features of resume flow as they walk through the different scenes of the promotional video. Let's try that. Let's try that. See what we get. Oh, I never started. Okay, I have not been. I'm so silly. I haven't been on mobile all this time. Whatever. Next time, I'll get them next time. Tuesday night we'll do mobile. I thought I was I thought I was on mobile all this time, but I never pressed start stream. We will get them next time. We'll get them next time. It's all good. Let me stop that then. Let's stop that. All right, so it's actually possible concept, and it's one of the most exciting use cases of Sora and next-gen edit models. To break down how this works, Sora and similar models can be conditioned to generate video on a reference image. That means you upload a reference photo of a person, actor, founder, spokesperson. Sora uses that image to keep the same facial features, clothing style, and body type consistent throughout the scenes. You can then write a prompt that describes the person speaking, gesturing, and interacting with elements like your resume flow interface, holographic. Currently in OpenAI's demo framework, that looks like use the provided image of a person as the main character, generating a cinematic promotional video for resume flow, where this person is walking through the modern office spaces and speaking. When paired with the AI voiceover, AI cloned or pre-recorded, Sora can synchronize lip movements and gestures to the dialogue, or you can later sync the voice using video editing tools like Runway, Pika, or Hey Gen if lip sync is needed. Example prompt for using a person's image. Use the provided image as the professional looking person as the main character. Technical flow that you'd use. Provide Sora with a reference with script or dialogue they'll be saying, and prompt describing the video scenes. Sora generates a full video with the consistent actor visually represented throughout. Optionally, you can add voice narration. Okay. Let me see a yes. Let's say we do both, right? Yes. I would like the final prompt with the that includes the sample, that includes the voice, or that includes the voice over for the person, for the spokesperson. It should highlight that resume flow is able to analyze your resume against the ATS, the job that you are applying for, save your job application process, or save and navigate jobs that you are applying to, and provide interview questions. All right, so let's get that full prompt. Then I'm going to copy that and paste it into Sora. All right, now. So this is going to make an absolutely killer promotional video, cinematic, personal, and feature rich. Here's your final Sora ready prompt that includes integration of a reference image of your spokesperson and a complete voiceover script that'll narrate through the scenes. You can use this directly when Sora allows image. You can use this directly when Sora allows image plus voice conditioning, or run it with a synced AI voice using. So you're saying you can't do it now? What? All right. So use the provided image of a professional, friendly looking person as the main spokesperson. Generate a cinematic, inspiring, and energetic promotional video for resume flow. Yada yada. All right. The video opens with this, that, the other. So 60. How would you do it for 60 seconds though? Let me check the other model real quick. If I go to Sora Pro, can that do longer videos? No, that's also, I don't know. So let's see what we can do with this, right? Let's say we take, because would you, I no. Let's copy this whole thing. I don't know if that's gonna work. I'm not too confident in this. Let's take this. Let's put it in here. Let's go and find our reference image. Let me go find it. Let's go to downloads list. Just trying to find the picture. Trying to find the picture. That works. All right, so we want this one right there. (16:9), perfect. I wonder how much it's gonna cost, to be honest with you. Did you get it? Did you get it? Get it. I don't know if I got it. Still trying to process the upload. Set the number of duration. All right, let's just do it. I don't know if it got the image, but we're gonna just do it. Let's just do it, right? Whatever happens, happens. All right, now we wait. Now we wait. I'm gonna kill this for now. When you turn off a droplet from the control panel, we first try to gracefully shut down. If that fails, we do a first shutdown. When droplet is off, the data and the IP are retained, and you continue through. I'm gonna destroy the droplet. Now that I know that we can actually self-host Superbase, I will try it locally first and then figure out how to do it, and then I will end up setting up a DigitalOcean project for it. But it's good to know. It's good to know that it is possible. All right, so this is into the name of the droplet. and destroy. Cool. So let's go back over here. It's probably going to take some time to get this built. So let's see. Cool stuff. Really good work today. Really good work today. I wonder, let me see. Run where .ai Sora 2 costs. They don't say. Oh wait. There you go. Pricing. Sora 2. 80 only 80 cents for a picture? I mean for a video? Oh, for the duration of 8 seconds. I wonder how much it is for 12 seconds. Sora 2 Pro is $2.40. If you want 1080p, it is $3. Interesting. VO3 fast is 80. Oh, this got cheaper. VO3 used to be a lot more. It was like $4 at a time. So the price went down on that. But it's $2.04 for Pro. So we'll check out Pro while we wait. It is a waiting game. I wonder. I'm really curious how that's gonna come out, because when I've tried to put prompts like this in other platforms, the results were kind of like, especially when it has text on it. Like these platforms are so bad with text. So it'll be interesting to see how it comes out. But yeah, if this works out, like if Sora 2 works out, I'm gonna set up a whole other budget too, because I was like at basketball today. I was talking to one of my friends who is also building applications and stuff like that, and we were talking about how marketing itself is a struggle. Marketing is a struggle. Let's see, show response, still going. Still going. Let's see. Let me do a Google search as well. How do people create videos with Sora 2 where they are talking in them? There's a video that we could watch. Let me see. With Sora 2, people create talking videos using the Cameo feature, which generates a digital version of themselves, and by including, so maybe, all right, so let's see. Maybe the Sora 2. Let's see. Maybe the Runware version of, so is this only on mobile? Sora by OpenAI? Hold on. Oh, let's download the app. Hold on. A guy does a backflip. Download the app. Our latest generation create. All right, so let's see. Download the app. App is available in apps, and only an iPhone you can use this? Something seems fishy. Why only an iPhone? See, like, because like for me, when I'm thinking about creating these like using these tools, it's strictly for business. I'm like, okay, how can we get some business out of this? All right, that already doesn't look. All right, let's watch it. Let's watch it. This is the Sora 2 video from Runway. Or Sora. It costs us $1 and 20 cents. Let's see. You guys ready for this? Are you guys ready for this? Let's watch this together.
You. Finding the right job shouldn't feel like guesswork. That's where Resume Flow comes in. Our AI instantly analyzes your resume against the job you're applying for, helping you tailor your content for maximum impact. It also checks your resume's ATS.
Okay. Okay. All right. I stand corrected. I thought when I saw the city scene, I thought when I saw this, oh, might look like that. I thought when are you okay? Hold on, something's weird with the mic. Hello. All right, cool. I thought when I saw the city scene, it was gonna be like straight trash. Right? I thought it was gonna be trash, but I don't know. Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again.
You. Finding the right job shouldn't feel like guesswork. That's where Resume Flow comes in. Our AI instantly analyzes your resume against the job you're applying for, helping you tailor your content for maximum impact. It also checks your resume's ATS.
So I don't think it actually got the picture that I wanted to use, but it did a pretty good job. I am impressed. So that means when creating this, we could probably do if it costs like $1.20, right? We could probably do chunks. Like, all right, for the first, like this is the video to create for the first 12 seconds. And then we're gonna take that and we're gonna do the next 12 seconds, the next 12 seconds. And it might be pretty nice. Okay. I'm with it. Let me know your thoughts. What did you think about that video generation from Sora? Our very first use of Sora, and we didn't even use it straight through the Sora platform or OpenAI platform. We did it through Runware, but the voice sync, amazing. The text is pretty good actually. Yeah, the text is pretty good on it. But you need to be able to fit in everything within a certain amount of time, and it cut off right at the end. So something to look into. Hopefully they make longer available generations with these models in the future. But that's really cool. I'm gonna take this 12-second video and I'm gonna upload it. And you know we'll get some feedback on it, right? But I think that was pretty cool. That's about it for tonight. Let me check the chat before we go up and out of here. And we will say that, let's see, we are complete with this. Boom, we're done. We hit, well, we missed one topic, but it's all good. It is all good. Let me go and check out the chat and then we're gonna get out of here, right? So Junior says, how much for this software? If you're talking about Runware software, Runware is a pay-as-you-go model. You don't have a subscription fee or anything like that, and you get access to like a lot of different models from across the world. You get from China, you get from Japan, you get from the US, whatever, right? They just plug into them, and that way you're able to use their interface to create videos and do background removals. Let me show you this one real quick, right? So I used, let me see if I go to Photo Maker, right? And where is it? Where's the one that I created today? Oh, let me see. It's not there. So, all right, so I'll get it through here, right? So I used Photo Maker today, right? And for the thumbnail, and the thumbnail says, I'm in a bind, coach. The bind was me with Superbase and DigitalOcean and Lovable, right? So I uploaded an image and I said, using Photo Maker, says Jada Pinkett looking into a car from Set It Off when she said, I'm in a bind, Nate. And I uploaded the picture of her looking into the car. And it generated this for me. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. It generated this for me. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. This was my prompt. using Photomaker, right? So Photomaker is one of the type of requests that you can make. So I use Photomaker. Image inference will create like a new image. Photomaker is going to take an existing image and try to create that into something. So I choose a 3D cartoonish type look, and I said Jada Pinkett look into a car from the set of Set It Off. Scene when she said I'm gonna buy Nate, and it created that. And I was like, that's pretty cool. That what do y'all think about that? I think I'm gonna start using Photomaker a lot more now. I think I'm gonna start using Photomaker a lot more, right? But the software itself, it is a pay-as-you-go. It's based on what you use. So, and a lot of creating a lot of these images, it is like pennies, like less than pennies. It's like 0.001 cents, especially if you're using like some of the Chinese models. But they're very cheap. They're very cheap, right? So it's nothing major. Let's see. We got Junior says, I asked the question right before the show. You show. I just saw that. But yeah, it's like pay as you go. So there's no like subscription fee to it. Peter Investor says, make the background color more lively and warmer. It's all within the prompt, right? So that's definitely something that we can do. I'll have to look into that. And, oh my God. J-Lo on the track in the building says, tapping in. It's 6:33 a.m. My guy is out there in Japan doing the good work. Shout out to you. Looking forward to you coming back home shortly. Shout out to you, my guy. Let me see. All right, that's it. That's all that we got for tonight. What a way to end the show. What a way to end the show with none other than J-Lo on the track, stopping in. Have you gotten a chance to see any basketball games over there in Japan? Let me know how things are going for you. So happy. Like, send me a message, email me, whatever. Ralph at Tech Coaching with Ralph. Let me know how things are going. It is such a pleasure to hear from you, randomly hear from you, right? I wasn't expecting to hear you today, right? But that's it. We're gonna remember tomorrow. We're going to be premiering Candid Conversation. We're gonna be talking about winning happens in the dark. I'll explain that concept, and we'll be live hopefully in the morning sometime this week. Tuesday night we're gonna be live. Wednesday and Thursday. You know how we do. We're not. We don't take days off here, right? We'll be there. All right, but that's it. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Tech with Ralph. We are out.
Spartans! What is your profession?
No more time for second chances. No more steps for these old dances. We're all out of words. We're all out of time. Truth is heavy, but the fault's not mine.
We're standing in the wreckage of a broken vow. The silence louder than the shouting somehow. The clock hands spinning, but the moment won't bend. We're out of beginnings, this feels like the end.
Burn the bridge and watched it glow. No turning back, the winds won't blow. The silence thick, it fills the air. We're stranded here, but I don't care. No more time for second chances. No more steps for these old dances. We're all out of words, we're all out of time. The truth is heavy, but the fault's not mine.
Promises are fragile like glass in a storm. You dropped it again, it's become the norm. Every excuse is a thread you can't sew. The seams are bursting, it's time to let go.
No more time for second chances. No more steps for these old dances. We're all out of words, we're all out of time. The truth is heavy, but the fault's not mine. You held the cards, but dropped them all. A house of lies began to fall. Promises made, but none were true. I gave my all, but not to you. No more time for second chances. No more steps for these old dances. We're all out of words, we're all out of time. The truth is heavy, but the fault's not mine.
Oh, 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 oh.
but the fault's not mine.
We'll drift apart like leaves in streams, chasing shadows, chasing dreams. No map to guide, no stars to see, just echoes left of you and me.
No more time for